Hello human, welcome to my little corner of the internet, welcome to my channel and welcome to this video. I'm so happy you decided to take some time out of your day to come and visit me, come and visit the channel, see what I'm up to. I appreciate it so much. Today we are doing a build shaped like the letter A in the style Art Nouveau. I've looked up how to pronounce that so many times. I'm pretty sure it's Art Nouveau. I've been practicing. I've been really trying to pronounce this correctly. But yeah, this is a new style for me. I say a new style for me. I recorded this quite a long time ago. I'm not going to get into how long ago I recorded this, but this was quite a long time ago. But I'd never heard of this style before I started recording the video, but it's such a beautiful style. The Sims 4 could really never do it justice. Like if you look on Google Images or just any images, oh my goodness, this style is beautiful. It kind of reminds me a little bit of Hobbit homes, if you know what I'm on about. It's very curved, it's very floral, it's very beautiful and elegant, and I really, really like it. So I tried to make my A house in the style of it. This build took me quite a lot of fiddling around to start off with. I wasn't really sure where I wanted to go with it at first because it was such a new thing for me, and I hadn't thought of a family or anything beforehand, and I was just kind of rolling with it. So you'll see a lot of camera spinning and a lot of going backwards and forwards on decisions and a lot of just indecisiveness, doing the same thing over and over again, changing the swatches over and over again. This build, at first it didn't really click in my head. I think the whole way through actually I was struggling to like finalize my decisions. I was having a very indecisive day, but it turned out pretty well, I think. To start off with, you see me focus a lot on this little hole in the middle of the A because I thought it'd make a really nice seating area and a really nice place to chill. I ended up going in and adding in some plant boxes and an easel as well, I think. So it's got some activities and it's got a little table for your Sims to chill at, and it's also a really beautiful place for screenshots and just hangouts and stuff. If I had this in real life, I would probably spend a lot of time here. I'd probably like bring my laptop outside on sunny days and sit at the table and play The Sims because it just, in my opinion, it is quite a nice space and it's a really nice place to chill. I did spend a little while going backwards and forth with things and making decisions, but the backwards and forwards in this build is amazing. This is quite tame in comparison to some of the stuff you'll see later. Really sad when I was doing this build that the art kit, oh my goodness, what's it called? I don't remember what it's called. The kit with all the art stuff in and the easel and everything. That kit wasn't announced or anything when I did this. I don't think Lovestruck was even out when I first did this build, or Lovestruck had just, I think this build was like literally just as Lovestruck came out. I think I did it 1 or 2 days after, so the art kit hadn't been announced yet, but the art kit would have fit in so well with this build, and I'm sad it wasn't there. But if you do have the art kit and you do download this build, you can go in and add it yourself, and that could be pretty cool, I think. We are coming up to the struggle with the kitchen now. The kitchen in this build I struggled with so much. I've been struggling with kitchens in a lot of my builds recently for some strange reason, but the counters, I just couldn't choose which counters to use. I couldn't choose which floors to use. I didn't know what to do and it was very painful. And yeah, you see me here just going backwards and forwards so much. I spent about 3 hours doing this build, I think, and so much of that time was taken up by just trying to get the kitchen to look right because I really couldn't decide. You can see now I'm putting in 2 different counters and just trying to see which one I think looks best, and I can't tell which one I think looks best. If you haven't picked up on it already, my method for building a lot of the time is just to put down all the possible options and look at them all and just think which one I think looks best. I do it a lot. You'll see it a lot in my videos if you watch a lot of them. I just put down all the options and then I kind of sit there and I look at them and I'm like, which option do I think is the best? I do that in a lot of areas of life. I do it when I'm creating Sims as well. I'll just go through every single hairstyle that could suit that Sim. I will put on that Sim. Creating Sims takes me so long for that reason. I will spend like literally 3 or 4 hours making one Sim, just giving them all the outfits and going through and making sure that I've looked at all the options and I'm happy with all the options that I've looked at. At this point in the build, I'm pretty sure I've settled on kitchen counters and I'm just going through and trying to decide which floor would be best. This floor right here is definitely the right style for Art Nouveau. It's got I pronounced that wrong, I think. Art Nouveau. Art Nouveau. Yes, it's got all the flowers, it's got all the curves, but I wasn't sure if I could make the color theme work, so I did go back and forwards on the floor quite a lot, just because I wasn't sure if it matched, I wasn't sure if it worked, so I tried out all, all my options again, as I say. At this point in the build, I also was kind of getting to grips with who I wanted the build to be for. I kind of decided that it'd probably be for an artist and maybe their child, because I did have space for two bedrooms, and an artist and a child's bedroom I think would just go really well. That is what I ended up settling on. I ended up settling on an artist who like did art stuff, like a physical artist, a traditional artist. That's the word I was looking for, a traditional artist, their child. And also, I decided to add in a little office space because I thought, if the artist did have a partner, I think a writer would go really well. So there's a little writers area, there's a little art area, and there's a little kids area in their build as well. That is the family I ended up going for. So if you did want to create people to play with this, or if that does sound like your like family that you already have, then maybe they could move here. Who knows? I really like this build. I think it's pretty cool. I haven't played in it yet, and I built it back in August. I looked at the upload date on the gallery, the 8th of August, which was a very long time ago because as I'm recording this now, it is the 28th of November. So the 8th of August was so long ago. It was a very, very long time ago. At this point in the build, the kitchen is pretty much finished, and I think it looks pretty good, especially considering how small the space was that I had to work with. I was going backwards and forwards on whether to add plants in or not, and how many plants to add, but I eventually decided, you know what, maybe it just didn't fit and I needed to give up on it. The entranceway by the front door is also pretty cool, I think. I put a little place for their shoes and a little plant and a little hanger, just things you'd want by the front door. Looking back on it, maybe a chair would have been good so that they could sit and do their shoes and take put their shoes on and off, and because putting your shoes on and off when you're standing up is really difficult. Actually, a lot of the shoes I wear is slip-ons, so I don't have that issue as much, but some shoes when you're standing up, they just won't go on your feet no matter what you do, and it can be really frustrating because you're there like, please just go on my foot. I don't want to have to sit down and use a shoehorn just to force you on, but you're not leaving me a lot of choice, and it's actually a really mild inconvenience, but it's an inconvenience that happens quite often, and it's really frustrating and annoying. Shoes are just not my thing, really. They're like feet cages, and they're so uncomfortable. Finding a good shoe is so difficult. And then you have to wear them when you leave the house, and they just push down on your feet. And if you don't have a lot of padding, then it's just like, oh, what even is the point of wearing these? And also, in my case, I need shoes with good padding because part of my condition is that my limbs just randomly go dead weight and decide to stop working, and having the dead weight of your legs just on your feet when your shoes don't have padding, oh my goodness, it is a pain that I hope nobody watching this will ever have to know. It's really annoying. So I do wear a lot of slip-on shoes that have padding because they that is the way that shoes should work. They are good shoes. Although they're not very good when you want to run around because they're slip-ons. And slip-on also translates to slip-off. I have spent so long talking about shoes that we're now onto the living room. I spent quite a while trying to work out how I could put flower accents on and all the patterns that I see in all the photos on Google because they're so beautiful. And I went backwards and forwards quite a little bit. I eventually ended up settling on some Love Struck things, I think. I used a lot of Love Struck in this pack because this is one of the first builds I did when it came out, and I was so excited about it. I was like, this is so cool. I love this. This is amazing. I did a little move them around on the wall, and what's the word? What's the word? I can't think of the word, but I made them go up and down so that I could fit more on because they're like just over a tile. So having 3 on there, it wouldn't be enough, but having 4 on there, when you have them lined up properly, they don't fit. So I did a little up and down wiggling magic, and that seemed to work out quite well. In typical fern fashion, I did in fact forget to paint the ceiling of this build. the ceilings are just plain white, and that is genuinely really upsetting. I really don't like white ceilings. White ceilings just make me sad. I know a lot of people have the ceilings white because it makes the room like feel bigger and more open and whatever else, whatever people's reasons are for having white ceilings, but I don't like white ceilings. I really don't. They make me sad. I don't like them. White ceilings suck. White ceilings are stinky and I don't like them, but I forgot to paint them in this build, which sucks. And it sucks even more because this style, having white ceilings, I don't think I've seen a white ceiling on any of the photos I looked at on Google. All the photos on Google, the ceilings are like really pretty, and the ceilings are very patterned and curvy and designed just like the rest of the interior. And I didn't paint the ceilings. In fact, now that I think about it, I don't know. I don't know if ceiling painting was even a thing when I was building this. I suppose I can look and see. I can look and see. I can look and see at some point, but the ceilings are white, and that is very sad. And I'm very sad, and I'm going to stop talking about it now because white ceilings are poopy and stinky and bleh. Down with the white ceilings. Anyway, I have just been joined by a cat. The cat was with me at the start of the voiceover, and then the cat left me, and now the cat is back with me. So say hello to my cat, everybody. My little man, my little guy. He is here on my lap to keep me company while I talk to you all, and I suppose also keep you guys company. You can't see him. You don't know he's there, and he can't see you and he doesn't know you're there, but he is there to keep you company as well, which is a very nice thing for him to do, you know. He's a very considerate and kind cat and always thinks of other people and always makes you feel so much better. He's like my emotional support cat, and he can be your emotional support cat for the duration of this video if you would like. We are now moving on. Oh my gosh, my microphone is not in the right place. There we go. And now moving on to the poop rooms, the stinky rooms where you also go to de-stink. You stink up and you unstink. You do both. You go to the toilet and make stink, and you wash your hands and shower and you get rid of stink. It is the stink and no stink room. That why did I explain that in so much detail? I don't know. But yeah, the bathrooms is what we're working on. And the bathrooms, honestly, there's not a lot to say about bathrooms. You go in there, you use the toilet, you get a shower, and they're really small bathrooms as well. Like, I couldn't put anything in the bathrooms apart from what is needed there. You have a full bathroom with a shower and a sink and a toilet, and you have like a little half bathroom by the bedrooms with just a toilet and a sink. The next room on the agenda when we finish this little cute art studio is the kids' bedroom. The kids' bedroom isn't as heavily inspired by Art Nouveau as the rest of the build. It's more kid inspired and looks more like a kid's room. The kid I kind of imagined to be a lot like the parents, quite artistic and hardworking. I put in some toys. I put in a little artist's table, and I also put in one of those void critter battle stations because I just thought if the kid had friends around it, it'd be really cool for them to sit and do it. And I don't play with void critters enough. I really truly don't. I should play with them more because they're really cool. It sucks that your kid can spend so long working on them and then they can no longer do it as an adult. I dislike that because they are cool and I want to be able to do void critters as an adult, and you will not let me game, which isn't cool. It's not cool at all. Let adults have void critters. Void critters for everyone, please. I beg. Make an adult void critter pack because it's sad that they're just for kids. I hate to be that person, but I am just popping up here to say if you're enjoying the video and you think it's cool and you're enjoying your time here, maybe leave a thumbs up on the video, maybe give it a little like. That'd make me smile and it'd make me really happy. Maybe also leave a comment. Maybe also hit the subscribe button. I would really appreciate it. That'd make me so unbelievably happy. You cannot comprehend. I really appreciate any form of engagement at all with my videos. It makes me smile and it makes me happy. So if you could do that for me, I'd really appreciate it. Now, anyway, we're putting finishing touches in a lot of places, going through doing a lot of random finishing things, and at this point is when I decided that I was going to add the office as a separate room. I was originally going to keep it open, and oh, my cat is doing a little wiggle. No, don't leave me. No. Okay, I am alone and heartbroken now. I was eventually going to leave the living room open as a really long thing and just have it kind of go around in an L shape, but I decided against that and I decided to put a little office so that the author had a place to go and the kid had a chess table for aspiration purposes, which is pretty cool. There are a lot of bookcases in this build, and I really like it. I really like this build as a whole, to be honest. I think I need to do another build in this style because it is just so unbelievably beautiful. I love this build. I forgot how much I love this build until I watched it back, but this build's beautiful. I hope you agree with me. I really do, because it'd be sad if you just sat and watched all the way through this and you were like, you know what, this build is not beautiful. I don't like this build. Because that'd be really sad. But if you're sat here now listening to this, it probably means that you do like the build. So thank you for that. Thank you very much. The office is pretty much finished now. It's looking quite nice in there, I think. And all that's left to do really is go around the outside and fix it up and finish off the landscaping. I'm not quite sure about the landscaping on this build. I know I really liked it at the time, but looking back on it, I'm I don't know. I think it definitely could have been worse. I don't think it's like horrifically bad landscaping, but it could have been 100 times better. Anyway, I'd like to hop into the game now so we can just have a little look around this build and see what we think and have some final concluding thoughts and a proper nice little look-see, a little see, a little exploration. I yeah. See you there. Okay, we are now in game for a little tour with my amazing use of the tab mode that I am definitely a pro at and don't need practice at because it is awesome and there are no issues whatsoever. So here you see the outside of the build with all the flowers and the swing set and some planters as well for a little bit of gardening, even though that skill is kind of broken and difficult to use. And then we have the wonderful kitchen, a little bit of music, a little bit of seating, a little bookcase, a hallway as well, a kid's room for a kid who likes void critters and art, and a bathroom too, with a toilet and a sink because those are kind of necessary. And of course, the beautiful parents' bedroom. Lovely, lovely. Come through here and we have the seating area. I'm obsessed with this little bit here. This little bit here is cool and I like it and I think it's pretty nice, and sitting out there would definitely be a really nice thing. And then we've got the living room, which is also pretty nice, pretty cool, a nice place to chill and watch some TV. We have the little study area with some things for the kid and some things for the writer. And we have our little art studio for our little artists, which is nice and cool. And then we have the bathroom. And that really finishes everything. So I'd like to say thank you so much for watching this video. I appreciate it massively. I appreciate it so much. It means a lot to me that you would sit here with me for 20 minutes and just see what I've been up to and chill with me and build with me. I really appreciate it. I hope you've had a wonderful time here. I hope you've enjoyed your stay. And that is it from me. Bye!